Welcome back, friends. It's the How Fast Crafter. I'm Laura, the How Fast Crafter, or half-ass. In case it was unclear, this is not going to be professional crafts. It's going to be half-ass crafts. So, I have a little fun thing for us to do today. I got online last night and I was looking around. I needed some ephemera and I started looking at mass makes, and then I saw one of Tracy Fox. Is it Tracy Fox? I think so. Tracy Fox Creative. I think it was one of her first videos. It was from 5 years ago. And it's funny because she was very nervous through the whole thing. She's like, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this. I was like, well, you kept doing it and now you have like a small village of followers. I guess I have a super small village of followers, but anyway, that's not what's important. What's important is she made altered playing cards, and I thought I want to mess with some of these playing cards that Barb sent me in my Happy Mail. Thanks, Barb. Hello. And what I want to do is I want to play with my tissue paper. So I have all this tissue paper. Joggles sends you really great tissue paper when you place an order, FYI. So let me show you what I've already done. So I did that, and I need to, it was actually flat, but it curled after it dried. So I need to set this under a book. This has been under a book and has dried and is flat. So there's the back, there's the front. There's some washi tape back here. There is 2 printables from Louise Heinzel. And then this is, I don't know where this printable came from of the mushrooms. And then there is some pattern paper, some sewing pattern paper on the back of that. So this is this really cool teal tissue paper that I had that I saved because I was like, I wonder what this is going to look like if I Mod Podge it down. And then this little bit, this and this are all Louise Heinzel printables. And then this piece of paper came from this old work. What's it called? Hang on. It's called Work Basket. Yeah. They're these old like craft magazines. I mean, they've got like sandwiches, but then they've got like all these crafts that you can do. Hang on, let me show you this picture. I just stared at it and was like, I've got to do something with this. She says, as she can't find it. There we go. Yeah. I was like, what am I going to do with this? I don't know. It's going to have to be like a journal card or something. It's too good to not. Look at all the mushrooms. Boy, they loved mushrooms back in the 70s, didn't we? Okay, so this is what I've done. This is one that is in process. Let's talk about what's going on. So this card, I just put the sewing pattern paper on. So what I'm gonna do is, so a lot of folks, what they do is they just tear this off, which you totally can, but then you do stuff like that, which is not a huge problem. I'm just gonna add a little drop of Mod Podge there. And then I'm just gonna rip the rest of this off. So you can do it that way, 100%. However, I'm gonna show you a trick. And I know for some of you, this is probably not a new trick, but this is a sanding disc. And if you have one, you can just sand the edge of that paper off. This is a sanding block. So before you do anything with your cards, you have to sand them down. Oh, I don't think I sanded this one. Ha ha ha. So if you take this sanding block, this is 100 grit. That means it's finer. you can just sand this paper off. Ta-da. So you don't have to rip it and then potentially have it get all icky, rip off, whatever. I mean, some people don't mind it ripping off. I don't really mind it ripping off, but I would prefer if it didn't. So, all right. So we got a new bed today. It was delivered, and my husband and I kind of we did the whole thing where we just got like a really nice bed. So we're both in our mid to late 40s. And I was like, we cannot be buying college kid beds. We should just buy a dang old bed. So my husband, being the frugal one, got online, looked around, and found a coupon for 40% off of this bed, and we got like such a good deal on it. There was like some sale going on and all this other stuff. Anyway, crazy deal. He's good like that, man. My husband can find a deal. And so we got a great deal on this bed. We got it like the whole thing like 40% off basically, and it's got the reclining. You can raise the feet and you can all be all, I don't know. Anyway, he's down there playing with it. So if you hear some bumping around, it's getting a little loud every once in a while. That's what that is. So, okay. So I'm going to let this dry completely. One thing that Tracy Fox did say is if you don't sand it, all of this will just come up. So, but what she showed was kind of interesting. So, let's do this. So I have this block, 100 grit, and I'm actually not gonna lay here and do this because I'll have grit everywhere. I'm going to do this, but I'm gonna do it over the floor so I can just vacuum it later. Okay, so I did that, and then what I like to do is, this is a bit coarser, so I like to just kind of go over it to break up any of the finish that maybe I didn't get with my block. Just like that. And then I'm gonna wipe this up, and then I'm gonna use this to dry it because I made that mistake already. And all you do, so let's make sure, okay, yes, this is the purple irises. So this is just Mod Podge matte. And I'm just going to spread this out on this card. I don't care how big of a mess I make because we're all washable. All right. It's been a wild day here in Oregon. It's been incredibly hot. Temperatures in the hundreds, and a fire started just about, I don't know, maybe about 5 miles from us, 7. It sounds like they've got it under control or close to being under control, but it's smoky and it's scary. So that's weird. Hopefully it all gets under control and they can have it handled by tonight. Okay, so it's gonna curl, that's fine. I'm gonna leave it to dry and we're gonna move on to the next one. The one thing I have noticed is that you really do need to get the edges or the corners really well, because those are the ones that don't stick so great. Okay, so I'm gonna pour some Mod Podge, and I'm gonna spread some Mod Podge. And I'm just making sure that this is the right one. I hope it is. I do not know what he's doing to that bed, but holy smokes. I think he's trying to lower it. It's pretty tall. He's like, your feet are dangling. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm short. Everything feels ill-fitting to me. So I don't actually know. Okay, setting that off to the side. This is it. This is all we're going to do. I'm going to go sand these two, and then we'll come back and do these. Okay, so the lady is going to get this because those colors are very similar, and the flowers are going to get these flowers because these colors are very similar, but I'm going to use this portion of it with the bird. So, all right. Go. And just to clarify, I realized that I said that, you know, we got a new bed and my husband's all in there trying to adjust the size because he's like, your feet hang off, and I'm all like, cool, well, I'm gonna go do art, bye. That's not what's happening. He wanted to adjust it. When this man gets a new anything, he has to play with all the settings, and it's got an app, and so he's gonna be busy, y'all, for days, I tell you. All right, so press that down, and I did put this at an angle for a reason. Whoops. Oh no. Where's my scraper? There we go. Got it. I had a little moment there. All right, so that's down. Setting it over there. And you do really kind of need to, when I watched Tracy's video, I was like, wow, she's very like clean, but now I understand. I mean, I'm pretty clean too, but she was like wiping up after every, but it makes sense because you're gonna glue the other side if you're not careful. So we're just gonna be tidy. No big deal. So another thing that Tracy said is she likes to use just the sewing paper on her face cards so that you can see the face through them a little bit. I'm not sure that I care all that much. So I think this lady and her aesthetic and her colors match this specific tissue paper so well that I really don't care. So we're just going to lay this on here like that. All right. And then pick it up. Okay. So what I want to do, I want to get it out of the glue, is I like to kind of use this little spatula to sort of push it down. I do that on this one. You do have to be careful, especially with non-coated, oh no, hang on. Non-coated tissue paper will tear a bit easier. So if it's got a design on it, it's coated in some way. All right, we're gonna set these off to the side. Okay, I had to go look out the window and check on the fire because I can see it out of my window up here. It's very weird to watch the mountains disappear because there's so much smoke. It's a good ways away from us, but it is very scary because you do have to be on alert, and you do have to have a, some people call them a bug out bag, but you do have to have a bag packed. You have to have dog food at the ready. I've got a horse trailer. Everything's fine. And luckily my horses come right to me. They don't run from me. So getting those horses into a horse trailer is pretty easy. Okay, so I have this little card, and then I cut out all of this today. That's another piece of that magazine. So I have these little bits. This is again from Louise Heinzel. It's her free printables. Sorry, I cannot walk and chew gum, y'all. I cannot fussy cut and talk to you. I'm just not that good at it. Here we go. All right. This bird is awesome. Oh my gosh, he fits. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna use this and this. So I already have some ink on here. I'm just gonna spray it with a little mist of water just to reactivate it. And then, oh, there is not ink on that. I lied. Let's get some distress ink. We're gonna do vintage photo because I want a lighter brown. I used this dauber earlier and I guess I took up all the ink. That's okay. So I do wish I had, wait, dagnabbit, I have brushed corduroy, don't I? Yes. Isn't that what that is? Yes. Okay, that's what I need. All right, well, let's do this. Let's ink the edges with this darker brown. Okay, so I inked that with vintage photo. Now I'm gonna come in with brushed corduroy and I'm going to make this paper look older than it is. So it doesn't look like bright white copy paper, which it is. Oh, that's good. There we go. Okay. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. I want to see that fits like that. What do I want to put behind it? If I move this over. You know what I want? I want some color. I want something with color. I do have these. What if I use 2 of these and then put that in there? Oh yeah, okay. All right. All right. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So the name of the game with altered playing cards, from what I learned last night, is Mod Podge. It's decoupage. You are decoupaging lots of things onto other things. So, and again, I'm going to take my little spatula here, press that down. I'm going to coat this. So I can put my little bird on. Put a bird on it. A little bit more. Mod Podge still reminds me of altering cigar boxes in my 20s. All right, let's see. This goes there. All right, look at that guy. Hooty-tooty. All right, I don't want to mess with him too much because he's a printable, and putting too much wet on him with the distress ink could be a problem. So I am just going to do this and hope that he takes. All right, I'm going to go let him dry and let's check on the other ones. Ah, the joy of living in the desert. They're dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little block. Okay, so we are just going to throw these everywhere. All right, so we did that. They are, some of them are pretty well stuck. Some are kind of coming up a little bit. So I'm just going to put some Mod Podge on my finger, I think, and do it that way because it just requires such a small amount. So here we go. My husband did come up and report that he got the bed all moved and he didn't die. And then he admitted he liked it better and it feels better to him. So it was sweet of him to say that he was doing it for me. But he might have been doing it for him. Don't tell him. It's okay. We don't need to actually know. All right. So I have these. What I really think I want to do, that's so funny because I tried to get that at an angle and instead I got it perfectly straight. There you go. So what I want to do is I want to figure out, you know what, I don't think, I kind of don't think that any of these are going to be what I'm looking for these. But I think for these other ones, I think I might want to try this stuff that I got from Heidi. Codgill or cogdill. I really need to remember, is it a fish gill or is it a pickled cog? I don't know. I need to remember her name. Okay, so this is great. I like this. Let's tear, I'm going to tear a little bit of this off. I'm going to tear that off. So that's cool. That would work. All right. I definitely like these two, so I'm going to glue these down. And I think those are a little bit higher than I originally wanted, but that's okay. Because, ooh, I kind of like all that. That one. All right, hang on. Let's see what else I got. I could do this. Oh, you know what? Tracy decorated hers before she trimmed her edges because she had things going off, and then she flipped them over and cut them. Okay, that's something to try next time. Next time, when I think about it, that's what we'll try. Oh, but will I ever think about it? Good question. Ooh, that reminds me. I have little bird stickers. Oh yeah. Okay. I think I'm just gonna glue this on here because I just want to put these things down. Just gonna go more this way than that way. All right. And then I'm going to put some Mod Podge on that. And the cool thing is with these, I can leave this white border on the sticker. I don't really need to worry about it. And then my ookie gookie hands. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna set that off to the side and let it dry. And we'll trim it later. And then I have this one, which I could use that. Ooh, and maybe a little bit of this. Let's try that. Okay. And then there's a button. Maybe. Nope, can't do two butterflies. Can't do two butterflies. There's a larger stamp. Do I want this button or do I want this button? I think I want this one, but I think I'm going to put a little dab of stickles in it. All right, let's put all this down. All right. And then I think I'm going to put, do I want the blue or the purpley? Blue. Purpley fades in too much. Whoa. All right. That I think I'm just going to have to tap on, and I will get all that down. All right. And then I want that. There. And I'm very carefully going to tap it down, I think. Should have put the stickles on last. In case you were curious, now you know. All right, there's that one. Set it off to the side. Okay, I like this. So these aren't done. I'm gonna add a little finishing touch to them. So I'm just getting the collage down. Ooh, what is this that peels up? Is this distress paint or something? Interesting. Nope, can't put that down yet. I gotta put this down. Alright, where was this one? This one was kind of over here. Make sure that that's correct. This one's gonna go like so. Yeah. Yep, that's where I wanted it. And this is all watercolor paper or mixed media paper. It's not handling the wet media I'm putting on it very well. So I love working with Mod Podge because you just can't be precious about nothing. Mod Podge is just a messy, messy beast. Okay, I'm gonna go and put this under a book because it is really buckling. All right, and last but not least, we have this little guy, and I know that I want to put this on here, so I'm just gonna do that. Okay. That's there. And then this is a sticker that maybe I can cut in half. Yes. All right. Ooh, I could do. No, I wish I had a flower that was pink or purple. Well, I guess I could, I could draw a flower. Duh, you have that ability. I can draw a flower just like anyone else can. Here we go. Cool. And then I have this pink marker. Look at me doing illustration and mixed media and stuff. There we go. Now I can just cut this out. This is like serious business cardstock. I feel like I need better scissors, and these are pretty good scissors. I think my husband's going into the hot tub. It's so smoky outside, but that man loves a good hot tub. I'm not a hot tub person. I'm from the South. We don't do hot tubs. We call them pools or, you know, lakes. Okay. What if I put that on there? Do I like that. Do I have another piece that it might look better on? I don't want to cover up that bird. That is what I'm trying to avoid. So what if I do that? Okay, now I'm going to glue this here. Okay. All right, let's see. What do I have going on over here? I'm not liking this as much as I thought I would. And I feel like I am missing something. No. Do I have a bigger? I got a blue piece. That's too big. Could. Ooh. I know. I think this is as big as I need it. Let's do this one. All right. What if we do that? Yes. Alrighty. We're gonna put that there. Something's making a dinging, chiming noise downstairs. Never heard this before in my life. I don't know what it is. Guess I'll go figure it out. Might be one of my new air purifiers telling me that it's very smoky in my house. I don't smell smoke though, so I don't think it is. Maybe it's my husband. Maybe he found out that the bed makes music and now he is making music with the bed. All right. There's that. And I just lay glue down everywhere I go, don't I? It's fine. I could put that. No. I glued that guy together and it just doesn't work anywhere I want it to. All right. I'm going to let those dry overnight and then I'm going to come back and then I'm going to show some more stuff and put the finishing touches on them. I have to flatten them first. All right. Stay tuned. Okay, we're back. It's the next day. As you can see, my house is still standing. The update on the fire is now contained and fire crews are putting out all the hot spots. I followed it last night until they posted their last update late last night, and they were like, they're making great progress. And I was like, cool. The funny thing is, at the exact same time that fire had started, the wind shifted and blew all of the smoke from the larger fires, which are much, much, much further away from me, into our town. And so you couldn't really tell what's the smoke of the fire nearby and what's the smoke of the fires far away. However, right now it is pouring rain and it's still smoky. So there you go. So anyway, everything's fine. Nobody had to be evacuated. They did evacuate a horse camp that's out there because there's a campgrounds out there because it's in the national forest. But I'm not even sure if anybody was in there. So let's talk about art, shall we? Also, first night in with the new bed. Awesome. That was cool. Very excited to watch all my YouTube videos in bed now. It's gonna be great. Okay, so here's what I've done. I let these dry. I did set them on underneath a heavy book, and they were flat this morning when I got them. And what I have done is I have put one physical thing with each, at least one, with each card. So the first thing I want to do, so this one's pretty easy. I'm just gonna run this down this side here. It's pretty sparkly and cool. This one, I want to use this Posca pen, and I don't know, maybe I'll just do little flowers there. And then I got some paper clips, and I thought maybe just put a paper clip on it, or, you know, like that, so you can just paper clip it into a journal. So I don't know. So that's what I've got for that one. This one, I could do another paper clip because I have this paper clip, so I could just do this and that one would be done, which is cute and it would work. But I think what I really want to do is put an eyelet in here and hang this key on this little gourd pin, because I think that that would be cute. So those are my options for that one. We'll see how far we get. This one, I'm just gonna glue this little bird here. I think that's all that I want to do on that one. I do have pink paper clips, like this blue one that might go here, so I may end up doing that. And then this little bird, I'm going to do, I know I've already done it once, but I'm gonna do it twice, maybe. Where did my hole punch go? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna put little sparkles in the center of those. So let's do a little bit of that. Might as well start somewhere. Do. So the fire is out. We love our fire crews out here because they do the hard work. Unlike this glue bottle, that doesn't seem to want to do the hard work of gluing. Need you to glue. Okay, you are not stuck. You are good. Well, that went right where I wanted it, so there's one. There's two. Okay. The horses had their annual vet visit today, so that was also exciting. Ruby got her teeth done. Yes, horses have to go to the dentist. Leon is still young enough that his teeth are okay. So this has got a finish on it, so I'm going to sand it just a little. So they have to do standing sedation. That's what they call it. When they do horses' teeth, they float their teeth. That is also what they call it. And they give the horse standing sedation. And what that means is the horse is standing, but is essentially out. They're not asleep. They still have their eyes open, but horses sleep standing up, so... and my husband did ask the vet, have you ever had a horse fall over? And he said, nope. He said they sleep standing up, so this is how they rest. I was like, wild. It's so wild. I've seen it done before. I've had it done on Ruby before, but it is still very wild every time. every time I see it. So that was done, that was done. All right, let's look at this guy. So we could do easy peasy and just do that and it's done, or you can put a little hole and an eyelet and hang the key. Let's do that. We're doing it. I'm gonna go all in. I wish I had gold eyelets. Wild, I don't have gold. I have rose gold. Or I have that bronzy antiqued gold. Let's go with rose gold. So, got some thunderstorms. Well, actually, it just thundered like once. But we got... How big is this one? Are you this big? Or are you this big? I think you're kind of that big. That's handy. Did you? Maybe you did. This is a crocodile. I think it's called a crocodile, but you can put your eyelet in and see which size hole it is. Nice. All right, so I want this to be right about here, I think. So there we go. And then I want this to go in there. Nope, maybe I need a bigger hole. Got it to work. Oh, you know what? These have these fancy things. Oh, was I even in frame? This is what happens when y'all get when I zoom in so that you can see what I'm doing. Oh yeah, that way the back still looks finished with that. Nice. Okay, and then let's put this on. You can do it. There's nothing to it. Haha. Nope, there you go. Now you're in there. Yeah. Okay. Well, I made a decision, and that's that decision. All right, so closing this guy up. Maybe you can do it. You know, when I was doing a lot of scrapbooking, the eyelet setters were you would hammer. They weren't like that. Things are so different. All right. I think we're done with the glue, so I'm going to put this away. And I'm going to take this and I'm just going to draw some flowers. This one got all gunky. I kind of knew that I was going to do that, but I did it anyway. Whatever. Okay, so, and then I'm just going to put that right there so that'll dry. Okay, so that's what we did. These are all going to have to dry. But now that I've done all this, now I'm like, I think I should have done one more coat of Mod Podge before doing this. Oh no, and this isn't going to work because I got to trim this. Dang it. Did not think this through. Okay. All right, let's trim this. And since it's gluey, I'm going to use my gunk scissors. All right. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. That I'm not too worried about. Cool. And then this I can still Mod Podge. This actually I can Mod Podge everything. So let's not worry about anything. All right. So I'm gonna let these dry and then I will Mod Podge everything one last time, and then we will have a little set of 5 altered playing cards. How fun is that? Oh, I was gonna put these stickles on there. I can still do that. Let's see what happens. Okie dokie. There they are. This one I can actually Mod Podge now. I just need to take this off first. All right. Leon was such a good boy at his vet visit today. The vet said he is patient of the month. And then his assistant said he doesn't hand that out very often. And when he does, it's every 3 to 4 months. So I thought that was cute. But he really was a very, very, very good horse. I am really shocked at how good he is. So hopefully he stays that way for a long, long, long time. So I think this is dry. It's dry. Our little rainstorm is over, which is sad. I love a good rainstorm. I miss all the storms we used to get in the South. But then, you know, I see the reports of tornadoes and all that down there, and I'm like, yeah, I like our 2 or 3 times a year thunderstorms. Those are good. Okay, this one I'm going to be a bit careful about. She says, as she tries to be somewhat careful around the stickles. Alright, so you gotta seal all of this stuff in. So what I like to do is make sure that I pull the Mod Podge over any seams that could be standing up. So like that seam, this seam. All right. And then this little guy, I'm gonna try, I don't know. I can at least do the top part. And I definitely want to work some Mod Podge into these seams. I feel like I don't even want to like get, there we go. Great. Okay. What's this one doing? Ooh, my hands are very sticky. All right, let's check this one. All right. I feel like that needs to sit. And that needs to sit. Ooh. Let's do this. There we go. Okay, that one I've got to let sit for a minute. All right, I'm gonna put the Mod Podge on this one. The other ones are pretty dry. So what I really am trying to do is, like I said, I want to get Mod Podge on all the seams. So I'm going to go against the seams that way and that way, all of the seams. And this is distress ink, so it's gonna want to come up. That's okay. And then I'm going to run a bead down this, like so. And then, so again, what I'm really trying to do is I really want Mod Podge in these seams. All right, and usually your Mod Podge will flatten out. Fingers crossed. Sometimes it doesn't. All right. So those are our cards. We made 5 of them. We Mod Podged them. They are toots adorbs. Those are gonna be cool when they dry. I like that a lot. And then the little birdie one with the green planet sun thing. Also cool. Also Mod Podge on the back. All right. There they are. Let's pull them down a bit so you can see all of them. There we go. Thanks for watching and hanging out with me and making some ephemera. And I have really exciting stuff to make coming up. And I haven't forgotten about our August challenge. It has definitely been a challenge for me this month, but that is next up on my list of projects to work on. So there's still a lot more artsy stuff to come because I'm finally back in the arty mood and I have time. Yay! All right, this is Laura, Half-Ass Crafter, signing off. See you later.